All right, let's get right into it. Today, we are talking about sales, and more importantly, we're talking about one single mindset shift that can totally transform everything for you. Seriously, it's the difference between being a seller and becoming a solution provider.
But let me ask you something first, and be honest. Does the word selling ever make you feel, I don't know, a little bit icky, a little bit gross, like you just sent a sales pitch and now you kind of want to go take a shower? Yeah, you are not alone. There's a really good reason for that feeling, and we are going to crack it wide open.
So, that icky feeling, let's dissect it. We're going to dive into what I call the old sales mindset, and we're going to figure out exactly why it makes people want to turn and run for the hills the second they think you're about to sell them something. Okay, get this picture in your head. You're in a store, you're just browsing, minding your own business, and then, whoosh, a salesperson just appears out of thin air, practically ambushes you by the socks. Hey, special promotion, buy one, get one, today only. You're not going to want to miss this. What do? Right? You do that slow, awkward back away. Maybe you pretend to get a super important phone call. We've all been there.
And it's not just in person. What about the online version? You open up your Instagram DMs and there it is, a message from a complete stranger with a grainy profile picture. Hello, are you interested in earning extra income? Come on, really, does that ever work? Or does it just make you want to smash that block button with the fury of 1,000 suns?
This right here, this is the problem. It's what we call the seller mindset. It's when you're basically acting like a hunter. You're just thinking about your target, your commission, your numbers. You're on the prowl, and every potential customer is just prey.
And what is the absolute #1 never fails rule of nature when you're being hunted?
This, right here, this is the sentence that changes the entire game. People hate being sold to, but they love buying to solve their own problems. Just let that marinate for a second. Nobody wants to be cornered, nobody wants to be pressured. But everyone, and I mean everyone, is looking for a solution to a problem they have. So if being the hunter is the problem, what's the answer? Well, we've got to make the big shift. We're going from hunter to helper, from seller to a solution provider. This is where everything gets so much better. Let's just put these two side by side. It's night and day. The seller, the hunter, their focus is inward. It's about my commission, my sales volume. They wake up and ask, who can I sell to today? And the result? They push people away. Now look at the solution provider. You could call them a farmer or a doctor. Their focus is completely on the other person, their problems, their transformation. They wake up and ask, who can I help today? And what happens? People are naturally drawn to them. It's a total flip.
And here's the magic trick. The moment you make that flip, the whole dynamic changes. You stop chasing, you stop begging, you stop sounding desperate. Instead, you become a source of value. You're a problem solver. And trust me, that is one of the most attractive qualities you can have.
There's actually a name for this whole concept. It's called attraction marketing. And it's basically an iron law of business. It says that when you put genuine value out into the world first, real help, real answers, real solutions, the money, the sales, they always follow. You're not chasing money, you're attracting it by being genuinely useful.
Okay, that all sounds great, but how do you actually do it? Like, what does it look like in practice? Well, it comes down to this. You need to start selling hope, not products. And the way you do that? Your personal story. That is your superpower.
All right, first, let's look at the wrong way, the way that makes everyone cringe. You've seen these posts a million times. It's like, hey, new supplement XYZ. It has cordyceps and 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C. It helps with skin. Normally 1,500, but today, just for you, 999. DM me now. #bestseller. Ugh, it just feels so desperate, right?
So what's actually happening there? That post is selling a product. It's a list of ingredients and a price. It's all about what the seller wants you to do. It's pushy because it's coming at you. There's no humanity, no connection. It's just noise.
Now, let's try the right way, the solution provider way. Imagine you saw this instead. I remember feeling exhausted every single morning. I'd look in the mirror and I just looked so worn out. I felt like I was in a fog, until I found a simple way to get my energy back. Whoa, see the difference? It doesn't start with a product, it starts with a problem, a real, relatable feeling.
See, this post isn't selling a supplement, it's selling hope. It's selling the hope that you can stop feeling tired all the time. It connects with anyone who has ever felt that way. You're not selling them a bottle of pills, you're selling them the feeling of waking up with energy. You're selling a transformation.
Okay, now it's your turn. This is where you put this into action. I want to give you a super simple framework to start crafting your own story, and you can literally do it in the next 5 minutes.
So grab a piece of paper or just open the Notes app on your phone. 3 steps. Number 1, the struggle. What was the real problem you were facing before you found your solution? Was it debt, bad health, no time? Get specific. Number 2, the turning point. What was that moment where you just said, "That's it, I've had enough of this"? And number 3, the solution. How did your product or business change things? And listen, this is the most important part. Focus on the feelings, not the features, the feelings. How did you feel before and how do you feel now? That feeling is what you're really selling.
And that right there, that brings us to the one question you should ask yourself every single morning from now on. Forget, what can I sell today or who can I close today? Instead, I want you to ask yourself this. So, what problem will you solve for someone today?